It is. Please join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And public comment. Who's first?
Oh, yes, Fred Kane from Wolf Crow. Welcome back, Terry.
Thank you.
I did want to address to the chair about the non-public that they had on February 1st. Can you explain why that went into non-public to talk about the hay and all? I know when you came out, you did explain that you've hired, or you're going to ask to hire a full-time third person, and it's kind of confusing. If we went into non-public to talk about maybe not doing the hay anymore, why would they ask to hire a full-time third person?
I don't have those notes with me, Fred. If you can wait, I will answer that. I really don't recollect everything that was talked about in there.
Well,
But they did open up the minutes public, so.
right, but you know, I'm sure a lot more words were in the meeting than what's on the minutes here. And obviously, if they're thinking of getting rid of the hay, and why all of a sudden now are they thinking of getting rid of the hay and not, previously?
I'm not thinking about getting rid of the hay. So that's,
And if you're going to do
that's
away
not
with...
what the meeting was actually about.
Well, and it also talked about buying equipment to start a garage, so, which I don't think we should be doing, being in the repair business in the county here, even if they were to do small stuff, they're still gonna have to have specialized equipment dealers and vehicle dealers, manufacturers, service vehicles. You cannot have your small garage anymore. And also, is there a policy on county vehicles being driven home?
I don't believe so. I don't know.
Well, I've been told that, the farm manager drives the truck home, which Loudon, that's considerable, and I would think that there should be a county policy. That's an hour's ride plus from here. I think this board ought to, look into that. And lastly, I'm still looking for my 91A request for the wage study, the wage scale, the wage data, whatever you want to call it. I'm still looking for it, and I haven't got it. And I've also asked for the pay for the new director of quality, what that position is paying, and I'd like to have that also. Thank you very much.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, my name's Kevin Moore. I guess I'd like to clarify that's actually silage out there. We call it hay, but it's silage, it's wrap. And that white plastic wrap is not really eco-friendly. I mean, the oceans are full of white plastic bags in general. And, it's basically for ruminants. It ferments, and like cows in particular. It would kill a horse. I did get part of my FOIA request, but I didn't get the other half. I'm still requesting the text messages from Will DeWitt in reference to the hay to me. Did that come in yet?
I don't have it available yet.
Okay, and the other thing on the FOIA request where I get the amount of hay, the biggest, who bought the most hay was kind of interesting. But it just says like resident or non-resident, and a few of them said cash, but who would be paying the cash, I wonder. I'm just saying it's kind of nebulous to me how to read it. But if there could be names attached to the hay sales, whoever bought the hay, it would make it much easier to sort out. But yeah, no, I do want to say though, I know my time is running out, that with 200 acres of hay field, the hay could be an asset. I noticed there's some hay that was sold, mulch hay is $3 a bale, and I mean, for 2024, that's ridiculous. That would be a price of hay back in 1975 or 80 when diesel was 65 cents a gallon. The grain store down here sells hay first cut for $12. And it said its first cut is being sold for $5. So, you know, instead of running the hay business in the red, it could be in the black. If it was done properly and the fields were maintained. I mean, Alan Seaman used to actually fertilize some of these fields with alfalfa, which is really prime horse hay. But it has to be harvested at the right time when the hay is in the milk stage, you know. And he never even starts the tractors up till mid-July or August. A good farmer in New England gets the first cut of hay in the barn by Memorial Day or June 1st. And there could be 3 cuts on 200 acres. You can do the math. And you know what? The other thing is, your GPW boys, Alan Seaman always had snow fence right along the courthouse here on 171 so the snow wouldn't drift on the highway. And now I don't see any snow fence at all. I don't see what those boys are doing. In my opinion, they're slacking and they gotta go. You gotta fire them. Thanks.
Anyone else? Yeah, so happy I came back to work today. Come on. Nothing?
Oh, I could say a lot, but I'm not going to.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to tell about your trip to Antarctica?
Any media
Yeah,
questions?
I'll make another comment.
You've had your allotted time. Thank you. Any media questions? We'll go to the approval of the minutes for February 15th.
I don't see anything. I'll make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. I'm abstaining because I was not here.
Aye.
Aye.
Do you have a copy for signature?
Yep. Signature copy, please. And one of these. That's all I have for Hales.
Okay. Okay, the manifest approval, accounts payable for February 22nd, $702,703. Payroll for February 23rd, $259,992.22.
I'll make a motion. Approve.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, then we will go into recess for Hales location Board of Selectmen's meeting.
10:14.
I have several things for Hales. I have a check. I have a check number 2715 for the amount of $1,949.10 going to the town of Conway. It's going to the tax collector. It's their quarterly, the last quarter for motor vehicle registrations. And the amount was $1,949.10.
I'll make a motion.
Yes.
Check to be used.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's done.
Michael signed that? They
No,
signed it.
Joe signs those. Okay. And then I have an MS-60W audit waiver request that needs to be signed by the Board of Selectmen. If you care to, Hales location doesn't have to do an audit every year, but we do have to sign that. We agree with that.
It's the same as the selectmen.
Yeah.
For my own.
Madam Chair, point of information.
Yes.
Does the regular financial audit of the county cover Hales location?
No,
Thank you.
Hales has separate. And then we need a motion to approve the minutes of February 7th.
I'll make that motion to approve the minutes, but I don't remember. Oh, for the Hales.
Hales.
Okay, make a motion.
Second.
Accept the minutes.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I was not there, so I will not sign this.
Check.
Thank you. Sign that. Then I have the profit and loss budget versus actual for January 2022, or 24 for Hales. One for each of you.
The meals room distribution, that's one of my question. Do they get a portion of the meals, or how does that work with the restaurant down below? Is that in Hales, or is that?
That's in Hales.
Oh, technically, okay.
Yep. Okay, I believe that's all I have for Hales. I don't think I have anything else for Hales. Okay. So, this is for non-public, this is for non-public. Okay, we need to vote on the encumbrances for 2023. You all have copies of those?
Madam Chair, are we done with Hales location?
Oh, yep. Okay. We will go out of recess for Hales and go back into our regularly scheduled Board of Commissioners meeting, and it is 10:20.
10:19.
18, jeez. I'll just be quiet and let you do the time.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
That's right. Any questions?
No, that's fine, I
Okay.
saw that.
I'll await a motion.
I make a motion to accept that?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So the policy revisions, do we have those?
Yeah, I think so.
Have they all been reviewed by Attorney Clausen?
I'm asking you if you could please hold the conflict of interest policy. We have a non-meeting today, and I think that needs
To go between?
extra review.
Okay,
Yeah, if you can hold that.
but he has looked at the others?
No, he has not. These are being proposed by the treasurer and the CFO.
Should we hold?
What happened with the,
Pardon?
Should we hold until they look at it? Or-
I just want to,
Sorry.
that's okay. So the procurement policy, we had a purchasing policy and a competitive bidding policy. We have several policies that relate to how we buy things here at the county. Because we are recipients of federal awards through, specifically Gopher was asking us to beef up our procurement policy to include certain things that, certain actions we need to take in procurement if we accept federal money. For example, our methods of procurement, the way that we, I don't know if you have it in front of you, but when bonding is required, if you have a federal contract, and rather than having a grants policy and a purchasing policy, the CFO put them together. So you don't have to have 5 different policies. So now when department heads say, okay, I need to buy something, how do I do this? If it's $2,000 or more, you need to get 2 quotes. If it's $10,000 or greater, you have to go out to bid.
Right there from mine.
Yeah. So basically, it's merging several policies together. I don't know how you feel. The CFO has reviewed this and said everything's fine with her.
Is Attorney Clausen going to be here in person today, or?
Yep.
Okay. Can we just have him
Sure.
read through those, because we can come back and take a vote on them? I would feel better if you just looked at them.
Okay. The investment policy hasn't changed at all.
Okay.
It's just something that has to be reapproved, annually reviewed. This treasurer has looked at it. It's up to the treasurer to bring it forward for approval, and he said it's fine the way it is. I don't know.
Any questions, Commissioner? Commissioner?
Well, my only question is, my understanding is Attorney Clausen basically does labor, or personnel and labor contracts.
He does, but it has been the usual to have him check them, just if he sees anything that's not proper.
Well,
He
I
has
think
been
at
looking.
some point we should have somebody else that actually is more of a general, has a coverage of this type of thing. I'm not saying that he can't do it, but I'm not sure that we don't need something a little bit beyond that. Just a comment.
So do you want to hold the investment policy too? Until, this has been previously
I
reviewed
mean,
and
it's
approved.
the same one that
with
we've always
same-
had.
Same thing, it
I
just
don't have a
looks,
problem with
I
that.
just freshen up the formatting.
Okay, I'm fine with that if the other 2 commissioners are.
Yep, I'll make a motion to accept.
Are we accepting? Or are we holding?
Approving whatever word I need.
What are we doing?
Accepting the
Investment policy.
investment policy.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The next one is the fund balance policy, which the commissioners have gotten a copy of previously. I don't know if you have, I can grab you another one.
And this is one that Bonnie, read you?
Yep, so in this one, we carried forward all of the old language except that Bonnie is making a recommendation under minimum level of unassigned fund balance. She would like to increase it, currently it's at 8 to 15% of our unassigned fund balance will be retained, and she is asking that the unassigned fund balance level be increased to a maximum of 19% of total appropriations, and that it will be reviewed on an annual basis, and the current year's activity will be analyzed and reviewed for any anomalies that have uncharacteristically inflated or decreased the current year fund balance. So for example, this year we had some extra pro share money. We got that unclaimed property money, so it gave us a lot of extra cash flow, but we won't have that in 2024. So times like that, it would be reviewed. But she's just asking for the cap to be increased from 15 to 19%.
Based on, may I?
Yes.
Based on the delegation meeting, I believe we're over the 15% right now.
I think we're 18,
We're
we ended at
17 or
18.5.
18%.
Yeah, we ended pretty high. But that's because we won't get that unanticipated money
Right,
this
that's
year. I mean, really, it's always been the call of the commissioners and the delegation how much we retain, but this just increases the cap. And DRA recommends between 5 and 17.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking you to accept Bonnie's recommendation essentially and approve the policy.
We'll leave to Chuck to make that.
I would normally not do that, but given that we don't have a lot of capital reserve funds for things, I would say it's probably a good idea to have money available just in case, because things are very expensive these days. I'll make that motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And the MVC tuition and education policy is still under review by our labor attorney. So we don't have that this week. Those are the two that you approved today. Thank you.
We need to sign them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
On the last page.
It was amazing to watch Bonnie on her computer.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, I don't know how they did it before computers. She'd have a number, boom. She'd one that wanted percentages or something, she'd all of a sudden pull it aside and 2 seconds later.
Melissa, this doesn't have a date on it for our signature. I'm just going to put one on.
Thank you.
I'm assuming Joe has to sign this. We can
Yeah,
contact him and use his stamp.
I'll get him. Yep.
Okay. Do we have any line item transfers today?
I don't.
What's the exact date that the new budget kicks in?
Not until April. Is it April 1st or March 30th?
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yeah.
Because they have until March to get it in, right?
End of March. Yeah.
March.
The delegation approved everything except for, well, they approved the whole budget, but they also gave the executive committee the authority to revisit after Albany town meeting to readjust the revenue for the sheriff's department, because Albany town meeting is asking for more police coverage in that town, and if that passes, the executive committee will open the budget back up. But that has to be done by March 31st, and it's only for that one item. Other than that, we're good. You know, it was a marathon meeting, but we have a budget really early this year.
Okay, well, we don't have Mr. Clausen until 11, so do we have any other business? The annex project, I guess we're still waiting to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. I almost stopped in there yesterday, but I didn't when I was in Portland.
Oh,
Okay.
Madam Chair, point of information.
Yes.
Since the financial position of the county is in exceptional condition, would that possibly give us a better rate on our TAN and other items like that? I would think it would
I
positively
think on
affect.
bonding it would, but TANs is, no.
This is probably the first time that we've had our budget in
Yep.
early, and the financial position. I had announced in some of the meetings about the tax rate, and people were shocked. So I think this is a good thing for the county. Just to add some positivity to the room. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. We've done a lot of work in the last 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we could go into I don't know, you want to do our non-public first before we get it over
We
with?
have time, sure.
Okay. Can we get
Make a motion to go into non-public.
It is, we have two.
What am I reading, which one?
One is C
Yeah,
and one is I.
C and I. Oh, C and I. Down here. Do you want me to read them?
You may.
Matters which I, if discussed in public, would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of the public body itself, unless each person requests an open meeting. This exemption shall extend to any application for assistance or tax abatement or waiver of a fee, fine, or other levy, if based on inability to pay or poverty of the applicant. That's A, 3A. C. And what do you want this one?
I. Yep.
Okay, all those in favor?
Security. Yep, we'll do them both.
Okay. Consideration of the security related to issues bearing on the immediate safety of security personnel or inmates at the county or state correctional facilities by county correctional superintendents or the commissioner of the Department of Corrections or other designees. Make a motion to accept. I vote to number.
Is that what we're talking about?
We have two, yes. We have security and we have personnel.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Roll call vote, please.
Yeah, that's right.
Commissioner McGee?
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson? Yes. Opposite. Commissioner Carr?
Yes.
10:32.
Okay, can we get those other people in here? And just for the public, after these two, we go into a non-meeting and then we're finished. So that's up to you if you want to hang around.
That's what I,
I've got a
No.
spare one too. But I'll bring it out.
make it every morning, every time. 2 minutes down.
It's 11:13.
Await a motion to come out of non-public?
Do we need Melissa here?
No,
No. I'll make a motion to come out of non-public.
Second.
and seal the minutes.
And, oh yeah, important, and seal the minutes.
Just second.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Time is 10:15, and we need a vote
And
to go
not 10:50.
11. I can't even see the clock.
I don't think you need a vote to go into non-meeting.
We don't have to, but we are,
But you already announced that you were.
yes. So,
Are you, will you adjourn afterwards?
and we will adjourn afterwards,
Okay, thank you.
so that you don't have to stick around.
We were having a good conversation.
Oh, I bet you were.
Continue on.